Students, welcome to Science Learning Gateway. I hope you all are doing good and you all are safe at your house. So today I came up with a new video for 10th standard, those who are going to write their exams in the next month. So as you all know that now Karnataka Education Department is proposing an MCQ model for the examination because most of the academic years days were lost due to the COVID-19 pandemic, right? And the online classes were also not so effective because of various constraints. So as per the latest reports, government is planning to hold the examination as two papers and will be conducted in a MCQ format in the month of July. Each examination will have 40 questions for 120 marks and there will be two papers, and in the first paper the subjects like science, maths and social studies will be there. So you will get 40 questions from science, 40 questions from maths and 40 questions from social studies. And the second paper will be a language paper consisting of the subjects like Kannada, English and Hindi. In this paper will also carry 120 questions, 120 questions for 120 marks. So your exam will be of two papers. In the first paper the main subjects like science, maths and social studies will be there, and the second paper will be the language paper, and you have to write this exam in OMR sheets, right? You will be provided the OMR sheets. In that you have to circle the correct option which is correct for the answer. Four options will be given and from there you have to choose the correct answer. So now the straightforward questions will be asked in your exam. No need to worry. I think you all will get passed in this exam with a very good marks, right? So today we are going to discuss 20 multiple choice questions which are very important from your exam point of view from chapter number 20, acid, bases and salts. Like this only I will make the MCQ questions from all the chapters which are important from your exam point of view. So let's start with the first question from the chapter acid, bases and the salt. The first question is, a solution turns red litmus to blue. Its pH is likely to be, means one solution is there in a beaker. In that if you are putting one red litmus paper, its color is changing from red to blue. So you have to say that the solution is having what type of pH. So first of all you should know that which type of solution will change red litmus to into blue. Acids will change? No, acid will not change. Acids can change blue litmus into red. So bases will change red litmus to blue. So you know that the bases will have pH more than 7, right? So from this option, first option is incorrect, second is also incorrect and third is also incorrect. So the correct answer is 10. Okay, as we know that the substances which is having pH more than 7 are basic in nature. So in that solution only the red litmus paper will change into blue, right? Now the second question, a solution react with crushed egg cells to give a gas that turns lime water milky. The solution contains, okay, when we have read the chapter, or if you'll go through the video of the chapter acid, bases and salt, in that I have told you that if through lime water we will pass carbon dioxide gas, then what will happen? The color of the lime water will change into milky in color. If carbon dioxide gas is passed through lime water, then lime water turns into milky. So with which of the following acids eggshells are made up of? Calcium carbonate, CaCO3. So with CaCO3, which substance will react so that the carbon dioxide gas will be released? You have to write the name of that solution. So NaCl can't react with calcium carbonate. LiCl will also not react. KCl will also not react. Yes, it is the acid which will react with calcium carbonate. HCl, when it will react with calcium carbonate, CO2 gas will be released and that will turn lime water milky. So the correct option is HCl, hydrochloric acid. These questions are from your textbook, the back questions. Okay, so these are also equally important from exam point of view. Now we'll discuss the third question. 10 ml of NaOH. 10 ml of NaOH is found to be completely neutralized by how much acid? By 8 ml of hydrochloric acid. Okay, 10 ml NaOH is neutralized by 8 ml acid. You know that bases are neutralized by the acids only, right? If we take 20 ml of NaOH, then it will be neutralized by how much quantity of HCl solution? This is asked in the question. Okay, if 10 ml is neutralized by 8 ml of HCl, then 20 ml of NaOH will be neutralized by what? Just you have to double the number. 10 for 20 they have to 10. So 8 for what we will write? We'll write 16 ml HCl. So is that option there in the question? In the answer, yes, this option is there. It is 16 ml, right? For 10 ml we need 8 ml. For 20 ml NaCl, what we need? We will need 16 ml of HCl. Correct? So this is the answer. Now the fourth question, which one of the following types of medicine is used for treating indigestion? Indigestion means acidity. So we know that during indigestion more amount of acids is secreted in our stomach. So to neutralize that acid, what we need? We need bases. Okay, the bases will neutralize that acid. So which type of medicine will lead over there? Anti-acid. Okay, anti-acids will take, because anti-acids are just opposite of acids. In that are bases which can neutralize the effect of the acids. Now, question number 5, the pH of neutral solution is, so what is the pH of neutral solution? Yeah, it is 7. For neutral solution, the pH is 7. For acidic solution, the pH is less than 7. And for basic solution, the pH is more than 7. Remember this thing. The correct option is option number B, 7. Now, we will discuss question number 6. Which of the following salt does not contain water of crystallization? So what is water of crystallization? Do you know? Water of crystallization is a fixed number of water molecule which is attached with one formula unit of any salt. Okay. So that, for example, if I used to write Na2CO3 dot 10H2O. I think this you have read in your the chapter acid, bases and salt. This is the formula of your washing soda. So this 10H2O is water of crystallization which is attached with one formula unit, that is with sodium carbonate. Correct? Now, so in the given option, which of the salt does not contain water of crystallization, they are asking. So blue vitriol, the formula of blue vitriol is CuSO4.5H2O. So this 5H2O is water of crystallization. So this option is not correct. Baking soda, what is the formula of baking soda? NaHCO3. This is the formula for baking soda. Now for washing soda, I have written this is the formula for washing soda, and for gypsum we have the formula CaSO4 dot 2H2O. This is the formula for gypsum. So in which of the following 4 salt you can see that water of crystallization is not there? Obviously in baking soda water of crystallization is not there. So the correct answer for this question is baking soda. Correct? Now we have question number 7. Calcium phosphate is present in tooth enamel. Its nature is. So what is calcium phosphate? Suppose this is our teeth. Okay. This is the teeth enamel part, the outer covering of our teeth, which is the hardest known substance of our body, right? It is made up of calcium phosphate, CaPO4. Okay, it is made up of calcium phosphate. We have to tell that its nature is acidic, basic, neutral or amphoteric. Correct? So its nature will be what? Its nature is basic, because when tooth decay starts in our mouth, when the condition of our mouth is acidic in nature, that time bacteria secrete that acid in our mouth. So they will react on this they will attack this calcium phosphate layer. So this calcium phosphate is made up of basic layer. Remember that thing. Now we have question number 8. One of the constituent of baking powder is sodium hydrogen carbonate. The other constituent means baking powder is a mixture of sodium hydrogen carbonate and what? So baking powder is a mixture of sodium hydrogen carbonate and tartaric acid. Option number C. Tartaric acid is the correct answer. So remember this question also. Now to prevent tooth decay, we use toothpaste. Right, to prevent tooth decay, every time we use toothpaste in the morning also, at night also. So what is the nature of that toothpaste in our mouth? If when tooth decay starts, when the pH of our mouth is less than 5.6, so it is acidic condition. So to remove that acidic condition, what we need? We need toothpaste which is basic in nature. So the nature of toothpaste is basic in nature. Remember that. Now we have question number 10. Which of the following is acidic in nature? This is very easy question. I think you all can give the answer. Blood is not acidic in nature. Anti-acid is also not acidic in nature, because when we are suffering from indigestion, that time we take anti-acid. So that is also not acidic in nature. Milk of magnesia is an anti-acid. During indigestion, we used to take milk of magnesia. It is a base. So it is also not acidic in nature. So what is it is acidic in nature? Orange juice. Because in that, which acid is present in orange juice? Citric acid. Citric acid is present. So the correct option is orange juice. Now, question number 11. Which of the following statement is true for acid? So, do you know what are the property of acid? The first property of acid is it is sour in taste. And the second point is it can change blue litmus to red in color. The acids can change the color of blue litmus to red in color. So, we'll look at all the statement. The first statement is acid sour in taste and change blue litmus to red. The second statement is bitter in taste. So, bitter is taste is the wrong option. Third option, sour in taste, change the color of red litmus to blue. But we know that it changes the color of blue to red. So this is also wrong option. And the third option, bitter in taste. Bitter in taste is not the correct option. So the correct option is sour in taste and change blue litmus to red. First option is correct over there. Now question number 12 we have, what is the formula of gypsum? You all know the formula of gypsum. It is CaSO4 dot 2H2O. So I request you all to learn the formula of all the 5 salts which are there in your textbook. Learn the formula of baking soda, washing soda, common salt, gypsum, plaster of Paris. Okay, learn these things. From there, 1 or 2 marks questions will be asked. Now you have question number 13. Which acid is present in tomato? So can you tell me which acid is present in tomato? It is oxalic acid. Option number D, oxalic acid is the correct answer. Now, we have question number 14. What is question number 14? Which acid is present in curd? So, you have one table in your textbook. Remember, in that, the sources are also written as well as the acid which is present in that, that is also written. So, in curd, which acid is present? In curd, lactic acid is present. Remember that in curd, lactic acid is present. Now question number 15, the pH of gastric juices released by stomach is. So you know the stomach releases which acid? It releases HCl, hydrochloric acid. So what will be its pH? Obviously as it is acid, so its pH will be less than 7. So option number B is correct option. Now we have question number 16. In question number 16, what is the question? Which of the following acids can dissolve gold? So you know that gold is a noble metal. It cannot be attacked by any acid or any other substances, right? So hydrochloric acid, it cannot dissolve gold. Acetic acid will also not dissolve gold. Sulfuric acid can also not dissolve gold. So what is the name of the substance which can dissolve gold? So gold can be dissolved only by aqua regia. So what is aqua regia? That also you should know. What is aqua regia? It is a mixture of hydrochloric acid and nitric acid, HNO3. It is a mixture of hydrochloric acid and nitric acid, HCl plus HNO3, in the ratio of 3:1. Okay, 3 parts of hydrochloric acid you have to take and 1 part of HNO3 if you will take, then that is called your aqua regia. It is a solution which is very powerful, which can dissolve the noble metals like gold and silver also. Sometimes you have seen that sometimes the people used to come to our house, near our doors, and they ask for the jewelry, that they will clean that jewelry. When we used to give the bangles or the chains, what happened? They used to dip that in the aqua regia solution and the weight is decreased because that solution can dissolve our gold. When they will clean that jewelry, but when we'll take that to the jewelry shop, it's definitely the weight of the jewelry will be decreased that time. So remember that aqua regia can dissolve gold. Now question number 17. Which of the following is an example of natural indicator? So this answer is very easy. Methyl orange and phenolphthalein. These are the chemical indicators which are prepared in the lab. pH paper is also man-made. It is also not a natural indicator. The correct option is litmus, because this litmus we extract from what? From a plant called lichen. So litmus is a natural indicator. The other examples of natural indicator is red cabbage, turmeric, These are the other examples of natural indicators. Now come to question number 18. Which gas is released when acid and bases react with metal? So when acids plus bases, means when acid react with, sorry, when acid reacts with metal and when bases react with metal. So which gas is released? That we have read in our textbook. Whenever acids or bases will react with metal, hydrogen gas is released. Hydrogen gas is released. So the correct option is option number B, hydrogen gas. Now come to question number 19. What happens when carbon dioxide gas is passed through lime water? Just now I have told you in the beginning of when we have started the question, whenever carbon dioxide gas is passed through lime water, it turns into milky. So option number B, it turns milky in color. Now the last question from this chapter is, which of the following is useful for softening hard water? So this question is from the salt part, means which salt is useful for softening hard water or for removing the permanent hardness of water. So the correct option from there is washing soda. Okay, washing soda. What is the formula of washing soda? Na2CO3.10H2O. This is the formula of washing soda. It is used for removing the permanent hardness of water or for softening hard water. You can see in its uses, it's written over there. It is used for removing the permanent hardness of water. So students, I request you all to please go through these questions. If you have any doubt, you can comment in the comment section. Or if you have any other questions also which you are not understanding, if you have any doubt, you can ask me. So I will definitely try to clear your doubt. And if you want MCQ questions from any other chapter, then also you can comment in the comment section. I will make the videos for that also, and I will try to take every chapter one day, and I will discuss the MCQ questions from all the chapters which can come for your exam. So thank you for watching my channel Science Learning Gateway. If you have any doubt, you can comment in the comment section. I will try to clear your doubts. And for the students, those who are going to write their exam, 10th standard exam next year, I want to say that I have started the online classes through Zoom for them. If you want to join the classes, you can comment in the comment section. I will send you the link. You can have the trial classes for 2 days, and after that the classes will be paid classes. Okay, thank you for watching, and I wish all the best to all the students, those who are going to write their exam in the next month. Thank you for watching.